Hey everybody, I'm Cyrus Ragnos. We're going to be playing some more Civ 5 today, so let's just jump on in. It's going to be number 5. So, we are currently, let me see here, where are we? I'm losing myself here. So, okay, so we're on turn 157, and let's see, we're going with, I couldn't read that. But anywho, we've got our guys down here by this barbarian encampment, and I've got my next settlers ready to go. Chicago is now up and running, so that was good because now I've got more additional resources down here. And let's see. So I'm telling my dudes just to stay, you know, on guard. And economics just finished. I'm going with chemistry, and I'm going with in Boston. I'm going with something. I can't read it as fast. So I was on bottom. I think it said most progressive people in the world. Not me. That's okay. So yeah, I'm telling all my dudes to just, you know, get on guard because you never know when Rome can attack next. I mean, this guy is ruthless. So I'm thinking, should I go with something else? Should I stay with chemistry? So, and I think, I'm not sure if I realized, I decided to go with scientific theory instead. And I think this is when I finally, realized my happiness is tanked down to 0. So, destroying the dudes that keep spawning here by this barbarian encampment. So, it's time I told the world of your sins. They've publicly denounced us. So, oh yay, big freaking whoop-de-doo. So, they capture one of my workers. The barbarians capture one of my workers up there. And I was just like, really? Really? So, we have to try to get those workers back. And, I've told my dudes to move right there. It used up a turn, but that's okay. So, and then I got to make decisions here. My happiness is now at -2. I see your armies amassed near my empire. If you wish to attack, then come. Don't hide in the shadows like a child. I said, you're right to worry. It's time for you to die. We mean no harm. Our units are merely passing by the area. And he said, a likely story. But yeah, I'm getting ready probably to attack him. I can't stand him. And he'll turn on me in the first chance that he gets. I've been allies with Rome in the past, and he is just completely... he's waited until the end of the game, and then he completely switches sides. And that didn't work at all. There we go. Completely switches sides and turns on me, and it was not fun. So I've hated Rome ever since. So Chicago's taking out these dudes, and I've got my dudes down here just bombarding the living crap out of them with my triremes. So I'm trying to get my happiness up because I'm at -2 right now. So I'm thinking that I should go with more wonders, or maybe I should go with something else. I decided to go with a Grainer in Philadelphia, and with Boston, decided to go with whatever I just chose. It said I gained 1 happiness, so I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and do it. Recaptured my workers, so I'm just going to tell them to go back onto their standard thing where they build automatically. I'm building a worker in Chicago, so we're really, we're working on it. We really are working on it. Still at -2. I'm building a Coliseum in Atlanta. Again, I'm hoping to get that happiness up. My crossbowmen just got upgraded, and a Al-Razi, the great scientist, just spawned inside Washington, so I told him to wait around, to wait a turn. That way scientific theory can finish up, and I think... Because, I mean, it's only 3 turns till chemistry's done. And I think I tell him to just move. Yeah, I tell him to move there, and I tell him to just wait there. That way I can utilize him here in a minute. I decided to go with the Coliseum in Boston. I was at 0 happiness, and now this turn I'm at -1 again. So I mean, I'm really, really, really struggling on getting my happiness back up. So I'm telling my dude, my scientist, to sleep until chemistry's done to see what we can do. My workers finished down there in Chicago. I got a free worker. So I'm just like, you know what, I'm just going to buy these tiles. Just get it over with. I got workers down there. Buy the tiles. And it turns out here in a second, because I find if you buy a tile where a barbarian encampment is, that's near your city, if you buy the tile that it's on, it immediately disappears. So going with Coliseum in Philadelphia to raise the happiness level because it's still at -1. Notre Dame is finished, so happiness plus 10, so now I'm at 9. Thank goodness. And I'm going to go with Monarchy for tradition, so completely finished off the tradition tier. And we're going to keep going. And I think with Washington we decided to go with Who do we go with? Taj Mahal. So I'm just like, you know what, we got to keep that happiness up. Now I'm up to 18 happiness. So chemistry is finished. My highest next turn is 7 turns away, and I'm not sure which one I should do. So I decided to do military science. I'm keeping my scientist on hold. That way, when like one that's like 26 turns that comes around, is ready, is the next one to go for, that's when I'll tell him, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I've got these crossbowmen down here attacking Chicago. I've got my dudes bombarding them, took them out this round. So, and then I go back up to Philadelphia. I'm going to go with a lighthouse just because my advisor was telling me to do so. Forbidden Palace, done. Minus 10% happiness from citizens in non-occupied cities. Awesome. 21 happiness. Our happiness is, boom, right back up. So, let's see. I decided to start buying more tiles, and this is when I realized, I was like, I'm not sure. Can I buy that? I was like, wait a minute, I can buy that. And then it disappeared, and I was like, sweet. So I didn't have to worry about it anymore. So I'm like, alright, well, let's not worry about expansion. Let's just get our dudes, because I wanted to get my dudes to heal up right here, because they were kind of hurt. So, at least one of them was. Also, New York, going with the bank. That way our gold, it can increase. We're getting plus 181. People with the most pointiest sticks was me. I'm on top. So, really good there. He only has 4 cities, and I've got the better army. And so, we're doing really solid. We're doing really solid here. And, let's see. I'm telling Atlanta to keep going with the bank, or to go with a bank. That way, more gold increase. Now we got to go with Philadelphia, so it's got to do something. And my advisor was telling me to do an aqueduct, so I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Aqueduct it is. So, next turn, Chicago's growing on its own. That's cool. Next one, 10 turns away for steam power, and I'm thinking, what do I do? What do I do? I decide to use my great scientist. Just because I was like, you know what? I want to get this. I want to get steam power out of the way, because it's 10 turns away. We get factories, we get steam-powered boats, So, and we get to the industrial era. So awesome. So then I decided, I see, whoa, 13 turns away, replaceable parts. I'm like, okay, no. I need infantry, and that's what replaceable parts gets me, is infantry, like actual modernized infantry. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to do that. So, Chicago, we're going with the market. And I'm trying to tell my triremes to get back up towards my cities up here. That way, if Rome decides to come after me, I can at least have naval barrages coming in. So, and I'm also upgrading my dudes. I don't have enough iron, but that's okay. I got dudes right there at Chicago trying to build another mine. So, Taj Mahal finished. Awesome. We keep going. So, let's see here. Washington, we got some options. So I told him to do a public school. That way we get ourselves some better happiness and more educated people in our cities. I'm looking at the map here, trying to figure out what my options are, where are my resources, and everything like that. So I'm just like, what do I do? Where can I expand? There's coal up there, because I just I just located coal on the map, and then Cape Town has coal. I've got coal nowhere, and I'm not even sure if Rome has coal. I think they might have one, but maybe 1 or 2. But as it stands, I'm pretty much screwed. So I'm like, okay, Cape Town, let's be friends here. They're allied with Rome, but that doesn't stop me with giving gold to Cape Town. Unless I pledge to protect them, then Rome will get a little sour. But me providing gifts of gold and getting benefits from being allies with them is not going to hurt myself with Rome at all. So Philadelphia, I'm going with another bank. Get my triremes up back towards my city. Going with Harbor up in New York. That way we can increase, I think, of food, I think is what it is. Let's see. So I think I'm just going to tell all my dudes to just kind of hole up. We're waiting. So Boston loves the king, Washington loves the king, because I got silk to them by becoming allies with Cape Town. We're going to do factory inside Boston. Again, Rome is trying to show his military strength. He's got trebuchets, and he also has knights, long swordsmen. So we're going to do a seaport in New York, and factory in Washington, because I had two of my advisors out of the 4 telling me to do a factory in Washington. So I'm going to go on to the next turn. Replaceable parts, done. Heck yes. Caesar finished the Kremlin, oh well. My next one, Metallurgy, we're just going to get that one done. Upgrade my unit to Cavalry for my dudes there, my horsemen. I can't upgrade those guys to infantry just yet, but that's okay. So, but alright, we're going to have to end this episode off. So, I will see you guys in the next one, and I hope you guys have yourselves a good day. Hit the like and the subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and see you around.